But I know the DJ.
Do you?
Welcome to episode 30 of But I Know the DJ, a podcast discussing all things DJing, music, nightlife, business, and pop culture through the unfiltered opinions of host Snacks. I forgot an AKA. I always do this.
Snacks.
Snacks.
Rewind.
Snacks, give me the pizza.
Nah.
Okay, you don't like that?
What the
Damn, I gotta think of one quick. What's like a funny slogan that is semi-popular?
We outside.
Come on, Ale. You're the creative genius. Fuck. Sorry, give me a second. Wow, I'm blanking real bad.
But I know the
Got it. I got it. I think I might have already said this one though.
dope promotion.
Okay, run it back. Ready? 3, 2. Welcome to episode 30 of But I Know the DJ, a podcast discussing all things DJing, music, nightlife, business, and pop culture through the unfiltered opinions of host Snacks, a.k.a. Snacks Harlow, powered by Dope Entertainment and our sponsor, Anchor. I want to shout out our black-owned business of the week, Riot Swim. They sell the bathing suits that are all over your Instagram feed, designed by Monte Landers. One of the most recognizable styles is a cheeky deep V one-piece, but the entire range consists of minimalist swimsuits in a range of colors from neutral to neon. Check them out on Instagram at Riot Swim. Now I'd like to welcome our guest for today's episode, beloved New England bottle girl, Laura Suarez in the building, as well as Ado.
I'm here too.
And Ado's here.
Laura, welcome. I mean, crazy timing as we were talking about before recording.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, 1 week?
In 1 week.
In about a week.
Week and a half.
Well, soon after this episode drops,
Yeah.
Boston is about to open at 100%.
Boston's about to be outside.
And, you've worked at multiple venues in Boston, but since COVID has begun, you made your way just kind of around New England for the most part.
Yeah, I've been New Hampshire, Providence. You can name it. Manchester, New Hampshire. It was just...
And so before COVID, what were the Boston venues that you were working at that
Before
time?
COVID, it was just Bijou. Bijou's home. And, that was where I started off. And Bijou's always been, home. I loved it. The nightlife there. And Boston is just crazy. It's a different type of vibe.
What age were you when you first started?
Oh, my God. I think I was like 8. Yeah, I was 18. Maybe 18, 19. I don't know.
And what made you want to get into the bottle service industry, nightlife industry?
I don't know. I was just always told, use my face for, for a reason. I have this face. Not that I'm saying that I'm cute or anything, but
Boys, get in the DMs. Get in the DMs.
What are you saying then?
I'm just saying, I was always no. I was always told use your face for a reason. You're cute now. Do what you gotta do. And I've met a lot of people. Thankfully, the nightlife has been. It's fun. It's fun if you don't get yourself lost in it, but it's fun.
Yeah. And at the time, at 18, 19, you haven't really done so much partying, I would assume, at that point.
Listen, if we're really gonna be detailed there, I've been partying since I was like 14, but I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired of it. But the nightlife, I'll go make my money and I go home.
Was it everything you expected when you first started?
Honestly, no. Because when I started at Bijou, there was just... I didn't expect the amount of artists coming into that club. It's a whole, like I said, it's a whole different type of vibe. You see people that you hear on the radio there. You see everyone in Boston.
I feel like as bottle girls, it's you try to not get so impressed or starstruck because you're still trying to work. You still need to get your money and everything like that.
For sure. I don't think that's ever happened to me. I don't know until the end of the night. I'll be like, oh shit, that's so-and-so. That's Ty Dolla Sign. That's A Boogie. Like it's crazy. Yeah.
do any specific stories come to mind, whether they be good, bad, embarrassing, funny, of any celebrities that have come through that you've worked
Celebrities, I just know, like, I've seen them so, like, drunk, passed out drunk. There was this one time, I'm not gonna lie to you, celebrities are actually pretty cheap when it comes to
I've heard that. Yeah,
the paying tables.
I've heard that. Yeah.
They're so cheap. Like, there was this one night. Can I say the artist? No, I'm gonna stay quiet about the artist.
Yeah, let's keep the artist. Yeah, artist names. Yeah, I'm here to moderate, baby.
Yeah,
I'm here.
I was like, now I see why we have Ado here.
There was this one night I had a specific artist, and it was a full house.
Yeah.
Like, the Gold's Room was
Crazy.
packed. You couldn't even walk in there.
Yeah.
And he came, popped a bunch of 1942s, couple of champagnes, and pulled out a stack of money and gave me absolutely nothing because Bijou gave them, the artists come, they give them the bottles up front and then whatever, you know. But nothing. I'm like, wow.
So your tips aside, what do you think about that whole dynamic of, okay, it's a city like Boston where, average Joes like me, if I go in and buy a table, I got to spend, 100% of everything, give you a good tip. But the person who actually has money, a celebrity or an artist, comes in. And
I would just expect, since most of the time the bottles are on the house, like it's on the club.
Yep.
I would expect them to at least, give a little something because it's already, But Bijou tips you out and stuff. Like each club, I think it's like that too. Mm-hmm. Whether it's venue, the Grand, the clubs tip you out at the end. Mm-hmm. So. Mm-hmm.
I think what's interesting, obviously hearing it from the server perspective, right? That we put these athletes and these celebrities and these influencers on a scale where that we feel the need that we need to take care of them to that point, right? Like think about when you go to Vegas, right? If you don't pay the bottles, right, someone else is going to, or Miami. Whereas a city like Boston, right? We feel like, oh my God, like to get them down here, we got to give them the house.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is. Like in any club, like it doesn't even matter. They're like, okay, we're gonna get you to come. We pay you a specific amount of money for you to come, and then bottles either on us, and then whatever they want to order extra, it's on them. It's always like that in every club. I mean, in Boston, like you said, Miami and these other places, like Live, like. They pay a big ass tab, and nothing's really on those clubs, I believe. So
yeah, the other places like where I've been, like 11s and all of that, like these people are coming out and spending a bag, right, or Live, because again, like the level of celebrity, not these B class, C class, and I'm not saying that that's what's happening in Boston, but if you look at the Rick Rosses, the Jay-Z's, they're buying everybody bottles, right, at the club. And that's easy, right? Because they think about the brands that they're attached to and all this, where here in Boston, it's like...
We don't really have that.
Yeah, we're not bringing out A-list guys all the time, at least.
Not all the time, no.
Yeah.
And then, but when we do, it's a full house.
Exactly.
It's crazy. It's a movie.
And so now you having made moves to other spots in New England, how they've compared, whether it just be through atmosphere, organization, management, or the people that are coming out?
It's very different for a fact. Like, I went from... taking like one or two tables in Bijou or like these clubs in Boston compared to like Providence and New Hampshire and places like that, take on like 8 tables, 6 tables, and like it's crazy. Like,
wow. Because of understaffing? Or?
No, it's just the place is so big and they don't, you don't stay with your table the entire night. They'll have like 4 or 5. No, I'm kidding. They'll have like 5, 6, 7 girls on, and then, take on a bunch of tape, like especially right now that we're like this weekend, Providence opens back up completely, like 100% capacity, everything. They're gonna need more girls because there's like so many stand-up tables. That's like it's like a whole row,
and that's different compared to Boston. We don't really do
completely.
The
and
stuff.
No. In Boston, we just have straight VIPs.
Yeah.
So it's trust me, it was a big change for me when I first started. Like during quarantine is when I started in New Hampshire, Providence, all these places. It was a big change.
And now you're ready to go back to Boston full time, or you're going to be bouncing around, or what?
I'm going to be doing 2 clubs.
The city needs you. Come back. The city needs you. Come on, it's the standard over here.
Listen, I'm definitely, and Bijou's definitely in mine right now. That's home. Like I said, I started off there. I love everybody there. And Yeah,
no, absolutely. And so how how has kind of the status of a popular bottle girl kind of influence how you approach your work.
The bottle girl.
Because I think as a DJ, and I go to different venues and I see different bottle girls, or see a revolving door of bottle girls at some places, or people moving to other clubs, etc. And I noticed that some, they kind of just keep it under wraps. I'm just kind of here to pay off school, or I'm just kind of here to get some extra money. Yeah. But then there's other kinds that really wear the bottle girl kind of name or status. Yeah. What's your opinion on that?
I think that, what do you mean, like, exactly? Like, what's the difference between girls that are just there for their name?
Or what's your approach to it? And how much does it affect your work? How much does it affect how you act outside of work?
I don't think it affects a lot. Like, popularity in bottle service, I think, for example, my clients are mostly all my friends. It's not even just randoms that just hit me up. They're all literally just my friends that like to come out. Mm-hmm. Like, I have regulars in clubs and stuff. They'll just hit me up, be like, yo, Lara, like, I'm coming through tonight. Like, get me a table, this is that. It's just, I've built a lot of friendships throughout, like, the bottle, like, service industry, especially in the nightlife. You meet a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure. And that's kind of the thing that I missed almost the most with COVID, is just there's all the people that you just, like, you realize that you only see them just on some, like, high and by, like, while you're working in a club, or on Stewart Street, you're just walking down to, because you're going to this club, they're going to that club, and stuff like that. I know for me, it was really difficult not being able to, like, see those people and just be social that way. Did you feel that way in the beginning at all, or did you need that break?
What do you mean, like, throughout quarantine?
When COVID first started,
yeah, when COVID first started, oh my God, I was depressed being home.
Yeah, facts.
I'm like, damn, like, let's like, I was tired of it. Like, you get so used to being around so many people that, like, once it was taken away for a little bit, it was just like, oh damn.
Have you ever thought about doing something else
other than bottle service? Honestly, with the way my schedule works, I have a couple things going on, so working the nightlife just at night was perfect for me around that time. So when I first started.
Yo, Snacks, to kind of bring back to your point, and Laura, obviously feel free to chime in, but I think the question that you're kind of asking was, like, where do you see bottle service kind of going, right? Like, for me, at least, as a promoter, right, you come in, you're a promoter, and you try to work your way up, and eventually the goal is, like, can I work my way to become an owner one day, right? And I don't know if there's a path for
bottle service. I think what's good about bottle service is you get your name out there for sure. You have connections, you meet a lot of people, and like I said, in the industry, for example, like, I know a lot of girls who have gone into bottle service and have ended up with their own brands and stuff. Like, it helps them out. The money's good for sure, so it helps out at the end of the day, with anything.
Would you ever, like, want to become, like, a manager or anything, like or is like where you are right now and what you're doing is, like, that's where you're comfortable?
No. I'm gonna be doing something else. This is just for now, Bottle service for sure. I feel like it's something that you need to do to, around your 20s, get it, it's fun. For a fact, it's fun. It's the same thing with promoting. Like, dope promotions, I'm sure, like, you guys bring out so many people into the clubs, and, like, everyone enjoys it. So I know you're happy doing that for people,
Yeah, I mean, it's that grind, right, of, like, what's next, right? When you become a solo promoter, and then you take on more venues, and then you realize, right, how a venue operates, right? It's like, all right, I want to do the same margins, right? You don't have the same margins as a promoter, right? You have more leverage when now you're the, when you become the owner of a venue or an establishment, right? Because not only are they owning the party scene or the entertainment, but in some cases, for the owners that are lucky enough to own a building, right, they're just using that as an asset, right, nightlife as an asset to be in real estate, right? Like, that's really the goal, right, for a lot of folks. I don't think, owners that are, older, like, oh my God, I'm excited about being outside, you know what I mean? Like, making a couple $1,000s, that's great. But it's like the real estate, the value of where your venue is and all of that stuff, which is really, the most exciting for most. How about you as a DJ? What is that process like in terms of kind of climbing? Like, what is next other than just DJing?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's starting at, like, local bars or whatever, like, college scene when you're a student.
Is that how you started off, like, college?
Yeah. So I started DJing when I was 18. I was like it was the summer before going into college, and it was like just like by myself. Like didn't tell anyone or whatever, and then was doing school sanctioned stuff, and then getting into the bar scene through there. Moved a couple times. By the time I got to Boston, I was 21, and then I was like kind of smooth sailing from there. Then it's like being a no-name DJ, being an opening DJ, being a DJ that's like kind of mid-card, still doing some bar stuff, still doing some club stuff. It was all about, I remember there was a point where it was all about the debut, the first time playing somewhere, first time playing at Bijou, first time playing at Icon. And then it becomes like consistency, and then it's like staple. And then from there, it's other cities, other states, international. It's
radio.
My stomach's growling over here. I'm like, yo.
Let's get her some food on the set over here, ladies and gentlemen, huh?
You hear it?
Jesus.
I didn't hear shit.
You can hear it? Okay, good. If you can't hear it, then we're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah, but it is a weird grind, and you asking that question of like, what's the journey for someone in bottle service?
Yeah.
Or even bartenders or anything like that. You know, I would assume it's management, but I can't assume that everyone wants to do that.
A lot of people, like I said, get into bottle service to obviously grind and make that extra money, because you don't. There's been nights where I've made like $2,000-$3,000 and save up. You know, that's all you can really do with that money.
Damn,
you know?
making more some promoters. God damn it.
Yeah. What's the
Did you like the laugh there? Because you made fun of it earlier.
I'm so sorry.
Yep.
What's the low end then? If that's high end, what's like dead night? No table show up.
Like
you gotta leave early.
I swear to God, my stomach is literally making.
I don't know. I don't hear anything yet.
I got the Latina. I was craving hot Cheetos on my way here, and I was like,
you're mad Latina. Do you eat Takis?
I love Takis.
Yeah, you're mad.
You know what's crazy? I was just in Mexico like a month ago, and what I loved about Mexico is that they'll be like, "Oh, you want a snack?" Like I was on a boat, and they had somebody like cooking and stuff. I was like, "Yeah, I want a snack." Bring out like potato. They're like, "You want chips?" I'm like, "Yeah." But the potato chips with tahini, hot sauce, lime.
It's crazy. I'm not a big tahini guy.
Yo, you know what's nuts? Sometimes I don't even be knowing where she's at, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, she'll be posting a flyer here, and then in Mexico, and be like, "Yo, where is this girl? Are you here?"
You know, even when I'm gone, I still have to promote.
See,
you know?
Snacks, we got to get into this.
Like, you'll be on vacation, for example. You'll be in Jamaica, Mexico, wherever it is, and you still have to promote. You still need people to come out, and you know.
Are you getting anything on the back end from that, even though you're not there? No, but you're still part of the team.
Yeah, of course. They just always tell us, like, ladies, like, even if you're not working, please promote. Like, it's like that.
What do you think of the concept of bottle men?
Bottle men?
Yeah,
I've never seen one.
Do you think?
Do you want to get hired?
Listen, if people request me, they request me. But do you think?
I'm gonna put you on, Snacks. I got you.
Do you think anywhere in any market that could be a thing?
I don't know. It could be.
You never thought of it?
No, actually.
I mean, I feel like that answers the question. If like you
I feel like I've just
like,
seen bartenders, like,
yeah,
males, like that's about it. But like in the clubs, but no.
I think it only works right with like bachelor parties, right?
Yeah.
Of, like,
stuff like that.
Older women that like you know, are getting away from you know their husbands and significant others, and not to do anything crazy, but like to enjoy that,
but it's just
live young again.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So
no, I feel you.
I think in that sense it works, just because like I couldn't imagine, you know, nothing against men, but like having a dude come out and giving me a bottle, right? It's like I'm not spending it, and also I'm not feeling bad for you. I'm not gonna tip. It's like nah, you know what I mean? It's like it doesn't work like that.
What would you do if a guy came out and like
send the bottle back?
And like you know, and like the little thong thing.
Hey, listen, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm getting it on air. There's nothing wrong with that. I would not. That would not make me want to spend my money.
But Laura, no part of, because you also go out not working, right?
Yeah.
No part of you has ever been like, oh, like it would be fun if it was just like a guy. No, never.
Not really. I think I love seeing the pretty girls that be coming out and like, you want a shot? I'm like, yeah, I'll take a shot with you. But
yeah, bestie.
Yeah,
but that's the difference. Like, women can and do physically appreciate women. Yeah,
it can be. It's kind of. I don't know. I mean, obviously, guys would be like, oh, that's great. Like, what are you doing? Well, girls, like, I don't think there's any like boundaries.
Yeah.
With girls,
Yo,
with girls,
seen
they
some-
can be like, babe, you're so
You're so
hot.
slap their ass and shit. And I'm like,
Oh my God.
God.
Snacks and Ada are like, oh, I wish that was me.
No, but I see it all the time. Like at some clubs, I'm not gonna say which ones, or in some bottle girls, I'm not gonna say which ones would like take shots while they're working and stuff like that.
On each other and stuff.
Yeah, twerking on
Listen,
each
but
other
I
and
don't do
shit.
that. I'm very
Professional, very professional.
I'd be like,
I've
"Let's
seen
take some
Laura. Out,
shots."
I've seen Laura out there working. Right, and Bijou is quite strict, is it not?
Yeah, they kind of are. You know, it's not like how it's very different from Providence for a fact. It's very different.
And do you prefer that like work environment, or does it not matter?
It doesn't matter as long as I'm making my money and going home. You know? So whatever it is I got in there, take care of my tables, and I leave, make my money.
What is, I think for a lot of listeners, again, especially as we're waiting to go back outside and everyone, and it's going to be kind of a shit show, especially in the first 3 weeks.
Are you kidding? I think these clubs, like, I don't know how they're going to do it.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as he announced it, every club I've seen online, not even flyers, like hiring everywhere.
But that's the thing that is so shitty.
Because they already know, like.
Well, it's so shitty about the whole process and how they've worked with, or rather lack thereof, with these clubs and small businesses and everything like that, where it's like, there's no heads up. Yeah. Like, y'all got 2 weeks, y'all better be ready. Oh, y'all wanted to be open, now you're open, but like, oh, they had no chance to prepare. You know what I mean? What is some etiquette that people should be kind of aware of when they do go into the clubs and they're seeing their bottle girl, their bartender, or DJ even? What are some things you can let people know about?
I don't know about you, but there is no deals.
No comps.
No deals.
No. Let me talk about this. No deals on no Cirocs. What is it?
Belvedere. All of that.
Anything. Like, no. Like, you guys have been locked away for this long, that the clubs have been closed for so long. You can spend your unemployment money. You'll be fine.
But that's the thing. We've been closed for a year and some change.
Yeah,
right?
it's been like a year and a half. Yeah.
That, like, if people are expecting for nightclubs or DJs or
to do deals,
to do deals, like, you're crazy. That means you weren't really rocking with those people anyways.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, if you want a DJ to go play a song request, go just Venmo him. Support him. How has he been making his money?
Wow.
Period.
Right?
Snacks. There you go.
It's like, it's the same
Props
thing.
to Ada for saying
Couldn't have said it any better.
Yeah, I mean, but
Venmo, and if you want your bottle girl to go get you an extra water bottle or two after you pay the tab, Venmo her.
Exactly. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy though. It could be like, yo, it's like $20, $50.
Yeah.
It's an appreciation, and someone's like, all right, thank you. You notice me in my craft and what I do and what I spend my time trying to perfect for you week in, week out. It's like, take care of people.
Yeah, because I get that, Laura, where it's people. They'll come request, but it's the way they do it, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yo, I need you to play this. And
like, yo, I need you to play this. Like, first of
You're
all,
not
be
my
like,
dad,
yo,
you know what I mean?
do you mind playing the song for me, please?
Yeah.
Like, even just being nice.
Just being
like,
polite, yeah.
But I've seen that, like in the clubs, like, I've seen people go to the DJs and, like, just be like, yo, I need you to play this.
Yeah.
Like,
and so who are you?
And like, who are you?
Yeah.
You're not the DJ. Who are you? Like,
what are things that people say to you that are kind of like, yo?
I don't know. I gotta think hard about this. There's just been so much, like, so many things that go on in the club that I've just been like, huh? Like, oh my God, I gotta really think about that one.
And there's the balance of needing to bite your tongue a little bit, because you're like, this could be my money, right?
Because there's been certain I'll give you an example, like, of something crazy that's happened. So I worked in a club before that the girl, like, so the client's girlfriend came with him. So the client's girlfriend came with that. And
I know how this goes.
And they, at the end of the night, I give the tab, and she literally looks over at her man, and she's like, you better not tip her a lot.
Oh, wow.
Why? It's because I learned my lesson with that, because I was communicating more with him rather than the girl. So now when I take care of, well, it's because he was paying the tab.
No,
so
of course.
I'm like, so what do you want to drink?
Table,
this,
right?
that. So I think she felt some type of way about that. So now I learned from that, where whenever I have a table that will have, like, a couple, I'll ask the girl. I'll be like, hi, honey, like, what would you like to drink? And, like, she'll ask her man. And at the end of the night, she's like, wow, you were great. And she'll be like, babe, give her more.
Yeah.
Babe, give her more.
That's I never
That's
thought
a
of
trick.
that.
She just put me on some game.
No, that's a good like learning experience.
You gotta remember, like, these girls these days, they think you want your man, and they can literally look like their man could look crazy, like
it's
disgusting.
it's that city girl's energy.
She'll
though.
be like, "Do you want my man?" No.
I'm good.
I'll take
want his money.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, I want his money that he's about to tip me, but not him. Like,
and to be fair, like there is some flirting that usually goes on just for the sake of. Even waitresses do that.
Yeah, obviously, there's a lot of waitresses that do that, but I don't know. I'm not really a flirt like that. Like, I'm just really nice. I think that's the problem. Is like,
very
hell no. Do you know how many guys I done heard? Hey, listen, the guys. Listen, this is for the clickbait right now.
Oh my
the guys
God.
that have been at Bijou that have been like, Laura loves me.
So
yeah,
nice.
yeah, Laura loves me. It's like, no, she don't. Don't be fooled.
Laura
Don't be
brushed on
fooled.
my arm.
Yeah.
No. I do not.
Oh, my heart. My heart.
Did you know who's really nice? Laura.
Yeah, facts.
Laura's really
facts. No, but
never not on some like, oh my God, Laura grabbed my. No.
No,
Now you're just lying right now because no.
Have you ever, I guess, like, to what extent, obviously, with bottle girls, I've always actually been curious about this, obviously, with celebrities and them sometimes thinking that they can do whatever
they
right?
want.
Yeah. Like, how do you dance around that line between, like, client, keep me respected, right? You hit me up for tables versus, all right, tonight he's acting up a little bit, he's a little flirty, a little touchy.
Because it's easy for men to be like, oh, she's working for me
tonight.
No, I think I'm really good at like keeping it very professional. Like there's been times where guys are like, oh, let me take you out. I'm like, I'm sorry, I do not mix business with pleasure. Like I can't do that. I can't mess that up. Like you're the one that's basically coming to the club and you're putting money in my pocket. Now, say we go out on a date and I'm not feeling it, you're not gonna come back. So I keep it very professional. Like I don't like to mix it. I can't be that type.
How about people that do?
That what?
How about the people that do mix business and pleasure?
Oh, that's on them. It's not cute. I mean, to me, I don't know. I've known some girls that have done that and then they regret it.
Yeah.
They go to the club and then they're surprised that they request a different girl for a bottle service. So I don't know.
And kind of with that culture, like similar to what Ado's asking, like there's this different stigmas. I mean, there's stigmas about DJs, stigmas about promoters.
Yeah.
You know, the stigmas that live around bottle service.
Yeah, like for example, like I think when I first started in it, like people would be like, "Oh, you became a bottle girl." Like there's been girls that obviously, like I said, mix business with pleasure, so that gives us a bad name.
Right.
They're like, oh yeah, they're easy, like stuff like that, and it sucks because for example, a lot of the girls like to just go in there and just work and then just leave, make their money. That's it. Yeah. There's obviously other girls that ruin that for a lot of these girls. So then some girls are like, oh, I want to do bottle service, but I don't know, it's gonna look bad, and I'm like, it's not gonna look bad. Just don't be dumb, getting into the business. Like, for example, like I'm sure you can say there's been girls that would be like, oh, you're a promoter. Like, no, like I can't talk to you or stuff like that because they think you're, every night you're going to want to talk to a different girl. And it's like, it's not like that. You're a people's person.
Yeah. I think that's the confusing aspect of it is, right. I think all of us have that sense of what it takes to actually like understand what is going to get a client happy, and continually come back. Right. And people confuse that because we're in this industry that, hey, I'm speaking to you in a different way. It's like, hey, listen, unfortunately, you have a mask, right? When you go to corporate America, you're 9 to 5. Yeah, it's code switching, right? We were talking about this. It's like you have to act a certain way when you're in corporate America versus if you're in nightlife and what you have to do to keep people happy. Yep. It's a game that you have to play. And obviously, me and my personality, it's like I've always had to balance that because, I had a girl. Right. And it's like, damn, like how do I do it and keep a good balance? Right. Because everyone always thinks, yo,
just because you're a promoter.
Exactly. That you're
I saw Ada
around.
whispering and
homegirls.
It's
like, no, it's like that's how you have to speak to someone. You know what I mean? Because it's loud.
They think just because like for like, you have your friends and then girls come in, you give them a hug. Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I seen Ado in the club hugging some girl, so-and-so, this, that. And it's like, no, like.
What are you talking about?
And that's okay. Ado was always a good boy when he was in the club. He was always a good
See,
boy.
on the record.
See?
On the record.
See?
Has that affected your relationships, whether it be romantically or on a friendship level, or even like what does your family think of it type stuff?
It has, like, relationship wise, like it's hard because like I said, a lot of girls have that like we bottle service, we have that like bad reputation, I guess you could say, because of certain girls that ruin it for us. But I mean, if you really want to be with me, you'll deal with that fact because you'll know exactly how I am at work. You can come see me at work if you want to come one night, whatever. But that's on on trust and loyalty right there. So I'm just go and do my work.
And do your like parents or family have an opinion on it?
No, actually, no. They never really did. They, because they've respected the fact that I like my mother saw that I started like making so much money. She's like, oh, okay, like you're doing your thing. Like that's all it is. And I've tried to tell her before. I'm like, you should come out tonight. Like,
you have a good time, mama.
I'm like, to get Mama Suarez out on opening weekend.
That could be epic. Put on a flyer, man. Put on a flyer.
Like, come to Dope Promotions table. They'll take care of you.
Yes, she knows.
But she's a tequila person like me, so.
Oh shit.
Are you first gen?
Am I? No.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually no. Yeah.
Your parents were born here?
They were born in Colombia.
Oh, so you are first.
Yeah, I am first generation.
You were born here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
surprised they don't have too much of an opinion on it because, like, even as a DJ, like they were.
I
killing you.
I think it has a lot. I don't know. Colombian parents aren't really like that. I've always had cool parents. Like they've never been hard on me ever. And I have 2 older brothers, and they're
Oh, what do they think of it? Do they ever come out?
Nothing. They're so nonchalant. They're just quiet. They don't really say anything. But they have not come out to any of the clubs I've worked at actually. No.
Do they avoid
it? They don't try to avoid it. If anything, I would. If
I would too.
If I had a sibling,
I would too.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's tough for me. Yeah, I mean, I think as a male, it's a little bit tougher to be like, dang.
It's these societal power dynamics.
Yeah, that I don't like.
Yeah, listen, my brother has dealt with so many things. My brothers, like, they know. They're like, oh, my little sister, like, they've had, like, their guy friends be like, oh, your little sister's cute. And they're like, all right. Like, they've dealt with it already. So they're just like, whatever, Laura, just do whatever.
Shout out to fam, though, for being supportive.
Shout out to fam, yeah. They've always been very supportive.
Good.
Yo, Snacks, do you ever feel the pressure of like, can I be in a relationship in nightlife?
Dude, yeah, man. Like it's not been easy.
Have you like been in a relationship during the nightlife?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And it's obviously a lot of trust, a lot of communication required.
Yeah.
You know this shit.
Yeah.
And reassurance.
Yeah.
And no part of me wants to necessarily what's the word? Like have to check in with somebody.
Yeah, that's
I'm
like
home, leaving.
It's like, wow, you don't trust me. Like I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
like
and then obviously like, like there'll be a fucking like if I finish a night at Bijou, let's say, I'll remember who was there, whether people I might check like Laura's story, like how'd it go, like just trying to get perspectives of other parts of the room that I don't see.
You're watching. Listen, I'm kind of guilty on that.
no, but it's just because as a DJ, like if I see that most of the stories from other people that I knew were there and they're all like oh, it was lit, or at this moment they were singing at that, like I study that, you know what I'm saying? If everyone was dead, I'm gonna be like, oh my God, I did terrible. You know what I'm saying? And I will see like like in the cut, like me, and then it'll be like like Laura whispering in my ear, yo, my table wants whatever.
Or like, yo, what do you want? What do you want for a drink? What do
you
want?
Yeah. And you know what I mean? It'll be like Laura in my ear, and I'm like, yeah, for sure, whatever. And it's super like, I work, you work. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't know,
it looks bad.
It looks like, oh, who's this bitch?
Yeah,
like in Snacks' ear, you know what I mean? And I've seen and I'm like, oh my God. And then the next day where you have that story said to you. And I'm like,
it looks bad.
It looks bad.
It's the photos that you're like hugging someone and you're like whispering, and it's like, dang.
So it's like it's real shit, and
it's like it has not like
and I'm like, yo, like that's Laura. Like, you know what I mean? And
it's Laura work. It's Laura.
But then at the same time, it's like, it's Laura.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So like,
it puts pressure on girls, though.
It's
it's not great.
Yeah,
pressure.
And so it's been so it has definitely been difficult. And I'm like, and the thing that I always say is, when girls are always like, oh, like you're a DJ, like so you do this and that, and I'm gonna ask you this, Laura.
Yeah.
It might be different because you're in the game, but it'll make my point. Mm-hmm. How many times have you gone out and been like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck the DJ.
0. I'm
you know what I'm
sorry,
saying?
but no.
And I've asked multiple girls. I'm like, tell me, how many times have you done that? Never. I'm like, of course, because why would you?
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, oh, I get it. And I'm like, yeah. The chances of me maybe meeting a pretty girl or whatever is that much more amplified because I'm in a room full of people every week. You know, my chance. Yeah. I'm in front of more people mathematically. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's intentions matter and context matters. At the end of the day, I go into work. Yeah. I actually don't like when people talk to me.
When you DJ. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I wish I can do that. Like, don't talk to me. But what do you want to drink?
Yeah.
You want for a bottle?
Oh, yeah. Like, you must get, like, especially when the dudes get drunk, they're fucking tapping you, trying to create conversation and shit.
I just, but you see, I don't get my people to that point where they're drunk, like, because then that's on me, you know, when they're driving home and stuff. So I make sure, you know, they're lit, but not crazy lit. But
you cut people off?
What do you mean?
Like you tell them, like, yo, you're
oh,
done.
Yeah. They'll be like, they'll be like, oh, they can be kind of drunk. Like, I can tell already. Be like, yo, can you give me a drink? I'm like, yeah. This much of alcohol.
Yeah, all the
juice. And they're like, thanks.
This is great. Like,
yeah. Yo, this shit had me lit, son. But have you ever been like where they're like, yo, another bottle, and you're like, oh, no. Have you ever done that?
I'll be like, at that point, I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, but like, that was last call. Like, at a certain time, like, this is last call. Because they can't be drunk at like 11:30. I'll be like, okay, lightweight. you need to get out. At that point, I'll give the tab early and be like, yeah, you're all set.
Oh, wow. Ado, as from the promoter side, how important is bottle service to kind of your bottom line?
It's everything. I mean, you don't have a successful nightclub without bottle service, right? And period. Like the girls doing what they do, and I'm being very serious, like in the sense of, you need to know before a nightclub opens, right? Depending on the layout of the night, exactly what girls are working, all that stuff. But more importantly, in terms of bottom line of like money that's coming in automatically, right? So you know there's a minimum 1,000. Imagine, right? There's 10 tables, right? Your nightclub now is guaranteed 10K, right? Off rip before the doors have even opened. Now, then you basically insulate all the people that are coming in, and now you rely on the bottle girls to take that $1,000, right, minimum, to try to get them to 5, right? That's where the real money actually starts coming from, because during the day, like the bar in certain places, in certain clubs, the way that they're laid out here, I don't think people are coming in, or the people are coming in as a consumer already drunk, right? So they don't drink as much unless they have a table. That's what I've seen, right, in Boston, in certain clubs, right? I don't see people being like, yo, I'm going to the bar and like drinking basically a bottle's worth. It just doesn't happen, right? So it's like the bottle service is like, all right, you're locking someone in, and usually if they get one, right, and they're having a good time and everything, the music's right and all of that, like you can get them to get a second bottle or champagne or any of that. Like that's the high clip volume that you're making.
So I'm sorry to cut in, but like I'm like how he said, you know, they're very important. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that we also bring a lot of people in. Like we have a lot of connections ourselves. You know, we meet a lot of people in this industry. So say like, you know, Dope Promotions has a night where it's their own night on a Friday or Saturday night, and they know what girls are working. They'll be like, yo, post the flyer, have some people come in. Like it's teamwork right there. So
DJs have this whole thing with promoters where like, I shouldn't have to promote because I'm DJing. You talking about, you know, they might nudge you being like, hey, promote a little bit, you know, you have a lot of connections and whatnot. Have you ever, or any discussions within other bottle girls or anyone in bottle service being like, yo, like we shouldn't have to do that? My job is
there's been a lot of times where a lot of the girls that I've worked with, they're like, why are we promoting if we have promoters for a reason?
Right.
But it's like sometimes, like not to saying you necessarily, but sometimes some promoters don't even bring in tables who spend a lot. So it's like they bring in the cheap tables that buy just one bottle or even try to get like buy one, get one. Like I used to hate the buy one, get one bottles things and bijou. But not even just that. It's not saying that they're cheap, but certain promoters, they'll just tell whoever like, oh, come in, you just have to buy one bottle. Instead of telling them like, yo, come in, you know, buy a bottle or two, you know, but take care of my waitress. That's what a lot of promoters be forgetting. Like they just want to have the club packed. Yeah. That's what they want it to look like instead of having the money there and having people spending. It's like that.
See, that's the difference, right? She just called it out. Is you can have a 400-person, venue packed, 500-person venue packed, but if they're not spending right? No. Imagine if you didn't sell any tables, right, going into a night. How are you going to move around 400 people, right, to go buy drinks at the bar? It just doesn't. It's like the bartenders, right? It's just not going to make sense, right? Yeah. You need to have a good flow between tables, right? Spending money as well as bartenders getting people to come and buy drinks. But the purpose of like why a consumer goes to a nightclub, right? As a guy, majority, right? Whatever preference that you want, right? You're going there to meet someone, right? Or maybe dance and have a good time, but it's not always going there to get fucked up, right? It's like the table experience is the place where you can really drive up revenue, where it's like you're going there with a purpose. I'm going there to ball out. I'm going there to whatever, right? But that's a money generating activity. Whereas going to a nightclub, I know some nights there's some promoters in the city that can bring a crowd, but they don't spend a dime. I can tell you right now.
Yeah, I've ran into a lot of promoters who are like that. And it's like, yeah, they can pack up the club, but how is the club making money at the end of the night? Like, you're not having them spend. That's your job to be like, yo, come through and spend. Like, it's going to be a good night. The vibes are there and everything, but, you know.
But that's the strategy. My point, sorry to cut you off, Snacks, of making sure that you, as a promoter, align yourself with the right club. I have to have the right DJ to get people the vibes going. Like, there's a night that I will never forget. We're at Wonder Bar.
Tell us a story. I love hearing stories about me.
Yes, this story was crazy. So we had an off night, right? Every promoter does, right?
Yeah.
We had 150 people. It's a club that holds about 300, right? Plus.
More.
Yeah, 350 for 400. And we had an off night. Like, people didn't come out. I think it was like was it Sunday or I don't know. I forget what it is.
It was a random thing.
It was like
a pop-up.
Exactly,
thing.
A pop-up event. And so I remember, like, you look around, I'm like, yo, Snacks, like, obviously, please stay and do your thing. And it wasn't even a question. You were there. You were vibing. We did, I think, like 5, 6, I think it was like 8K, right? With 150 people, with the average drink price, obviously being a bar, doing 8K, right? The vibe of music that you had people dancing, you had people screaming, vibing.
You had them dancing bachata and everything.
He had them doing everything.
I told him because I think at one point you almost said like, let's close it early.
Yeah.
And I said, no, we don't have to. And I said, I got it. I know what to do.
Most DJs would have had that club empty.
Yeah. They would have been like, oh, it's dead. Like, just take
like
you
out. Just said, it was a bar. Like,
exactly.
All I need is 50.
That's what I'm saying.
All I need is 50.
And I was like, yo, people didn't want to leave. Facts. People don't leave until like 2:30.
Check the numbers.
Numbers. Book my man Snacks at any of your clubs.
Yo, it was one of those things where, like, even I was like, I can't believe I held up.
It was actually so impressive.
They didn't leave. Like, you know, and especially, like, I don't know what it is about Boston. Like, if it's not fucking popping, it's dead. Like, there's no middle.
Yeah,
you know
there's no middle in between.
And so it was one of those things where it was kind of under the middle, and they stayed. Like, it was like, I love that challenge. You know what I mean?
I think at that day is when I started realizing the levels in DJing, right? Of like, there's really different capabilities, just like there's levels in customer service. Like, some people just don't got it. They don't know. No, I'm being serious. It's hard. You know what I mean? Just like how everyone says it's like promoting. You gotta
be a people's person.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta, have that personality to really have people like, oh, damn, she's dope. Like, she's a dope person to, talk to and,
Did you work in, like, customer service before that, or?
No.
Was being a bar girl your first job?
No, I would say actually I did work in customer service. I worked for a collision center. I worked for like an auto body shop basically.
Oh, like
so like I was doing like all like the
like front desk types.
Yeah, everything front desk and putting in orders for car parts and stuff.
Oh, that's dope.
It's not really the same thing as bottle service,
Yeah,
but
way different actually.
way different.
I mean, bottle service is a little bit more glamorous.
Yeah, making a lot more money.
Ada was getting to it, but I wanted to ask you, what is, in your opinion, where does the DJ sit in terms of whether we can call it importance or how much it affects the night in terms of your pockets and everything?
Because the way it works for me is like, okay, it's a Friday night. I want people to come out. The way they'll come out, they'll be like, yeah, but who's the DJ? They'll be like, yeah, but who's DJing tonight? Like, you know what I mean? I think the DJ has a lot to do with the vibes because there's been certain spots where I've been to with a couple of my friends and they'll be like, the spot's dope, but the DJ suck. Like, you know what I mean? It all has to do with the DJ. That plays a very important part for a fact, too. Same thing as promoters. Promoters plays a very important role in, like, having a good night.
As when you're not working, what's an ideal? You don't have to like name the spot or the night, but like, can you describe what you think is an ideal night, whether it be music, vibe, the kind of venue?
When it's like a lot of people like in music these days, everyone's so into like trap music and like Spanish music is now very into. Like Bad Bunny is played everywhere. Like, but I think I can't be listening to the same like merengue songs and bachata songs the entire night. It has to be a mix of everything. Dance hall, like everyone loves everything, but I can't keep listening to like I've had nights where I worked at a club and they're like, yo, they just played too much Spanish music the entire night. Some people want to listen to Pop Smoke, want to listen, you know what I mean?
Fucking
Rest
hard.
in peace, Pop Smoke, but yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. Like there's some places where I try and mix it up, but every single person that comes out to me asks for Latin music. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, then that like
you mix it the whole night.
It's tough. It can be tough at some spots.
It's just the very different crowds.
And I think you work a lot of Latin.
Yeah, I definitely do. That's a fact. But I also have, my other side, especially in Boston, there's not really a lot of, like, you did nights at Venue, right? Where you did, like, the Latin nights. What were they called? Latin.
I think it was just, like, Latin.
Yeah,
right?
just the Latin room.
Latin room? Yeah.
The side room.
And that I went once and it was crazy. Like, I was like, what? But, like, that's what I mean is there's so many different types of crowds that you'll have, like.
In your opinion, what crowd, we can generalize here, spends the most?
Honestly, I think it's my Spanish crowd because Spanish people can drink.
It's true. It's true. I was before COVID, I was shopping around different venues to do like brunches and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was getting tons of no's like of like these white owned spots that would be like, no, that's like not the kind of people we want. I'm like, okay, sick. And I was like, yo, like, because brunch culture, at least the way we know it in nightlife, isn't really a thing in quote unquote white communities. Yeah. Or in like white scenes.
I love going to brunches.
But I'm like, yo, like in Latino culture, like getting up on a Sunday like early and drinking all fucking day is normal.
Fine.
Yeah.
So like that's so like you saying no because you don't want that crowd. I'm like, you know how much money you're losing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like they don't understand that. A lot of owners don't. They're like, oh, I don't want to bring that crowd here because I think there's gonna be fights. There's gonna be this, that, and they're just losing out on money. They don't want to take the risk.
We do have a phoned in question.
Uh-oh.
What?
And it's that I can guarantee this wasn't from me.
I'm
making me
scared.
nervous. Making me nervous about this question.
No. It's an obvious question. We have someone who, because as a DJ, one of the there's a few people that I'm actually looking at specifically in terms of rating how I'm doing. Yeah. Bartenders is one of them. Security is one of them.
Yeah.
And bottle girls are another one. So
you want to know how you're doing?
No, me. I'm curious of who you think, you being working all around New England, are some of the top DJs in your opinion.
Top DJs in my opinion? Snacks, obviously.
No. You don't have to. I know it's my show. I know it's my show.
I think who's doing really good, it's not just because I'm friends with them, but obviously, Cisco, DJ Cisco, he's one of the best. I have a friend that he's been everywhere now. DJ Ronnie Flea. He's one of my good friends too, and he's been killing it because, he was only doing small events. Like there was this place. It was where La Fabrica was. Did you ever DJ there when they did Click Tuesdays?
Yeah, I
did.
I did Click twice.
You did Click Tuesdays?
Yeah.
I used to be there all the time, which is crazy.
Or
like I used to just be there, posted, and
well,
I remember
I played La Fabrica like a bunch of times.
I remember seeing him there, and then like I've just been seeing him grow too. So shout out to DJ Ronnie Flee.
How old is he?
He is 21
Oh, okay.
and he's doing really good.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's been playing all. He's always booked. Crazy. Him, J Rock. DJ J Rock.
J Rock is
filthy.
filthy.
I love
J-Rock
J Rock. J Rock's amazing.
And he's like a funny ass guy.
And he has me as one of his intros.
Really?
Yeah.
Like your voice?
Yeah. If you're ever out like when he's DJing, you'll hear me laughing and saying what do I say? I say, oh my God, I can't remember now. I think I say J Rock or something like that. It's DJ J Rock.
Did he like?
I remember. I say El Gordito Lindo. That's what I say.
Oh, that's you?
But I don't. But he has two of them. He has one of them, and he has another one.
I haven't. So we were following each other for like years, just like DJ like industry shit. And then finally, when I played venue main room, he was playing Latin room.
Yeah.
And Jeff, shout out Jeff.
Shout out to Jeff.
Jeff is like, oh, like we have you and J Rock, two young guys, like on the same night. You guys are both so sick. And I'm like, he goes, you met J Rock before? I'm like, no, we've never met. He's like, what? No way. Oh my God. We both do the night, great night, whatever. And he goes, no, you have to meet. You guys would love each other, whatever. And I'm like, yo, like we know of each other. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's whatever. And then we finally met. And it was just us talking 20 minutes, like whatever. He's really
he's great.
And he's fucking talented, bro.
He's amazing.
He's very fucking good.
You
know me. I love shitting on DJs. J Rock is fucking.
He said nice. I love shitting on DJs.
J Rock is
Spill
nice.
the tea.
J Rock is nice, bro.
No, he's really good. But yeah, that has to be like my top 3 right now. Yeah, it's Cisco, J Rock, and Ronnie Fleet. They've been killing it. That's why, because even throughout quarantine, I love seeing DJs still doing something. Like when it comes to like the lives, they were doing lives and still DJing and still bringing that that atmosphere while people are sitting in their car, in their house, smoking hookah, like doing anything. Like it's crazy. Like they've been doing their thing. Those are my top who I've seen online doing all that during quarantine.
No, absolutely. And that out of sight, out of mind is a real thing. And I think there's been a lot of DJs that completely fell off during COVID because they just weren't active. They weren't doing stuff for whatever reason.
They weren't doing exactly. Like I know this one DJ, he's like famous in DR now. Adoni.
Oh yeah.
Crazy. He blew up during quarantine. I was like, yo, he blew up. He when I tell you he's famous in DR, like insane.
I think he has probably nearly 1 million followers. Probably
insane. He was doing his thing for sure.
Now thinking about the J Rock drop, I want to provoke you to say something. Like I'm gonna be way too uncomfortable to like tell you to like actually say like a script. But I want to like hopefully within this however long hour of a conversation that there's something I can use.
He wants to
for the drop.
You want to use my laugh? My laugh? No. Let's use DJ Snacks' laugh right there.
I have the worst. Man. I can't talk about laughs because I have the worst laugh ever.
Like it's DJ Snacks, baby. Period.
Mic drop. That was
fire. Yo, when you see now when I'm at Bijou and you're there and you're gonna hear it, I'm just gonna look right at you.
That's amazing.
You know what fucking time it is.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. Wow, perfect.
Yeah.
Damn, we can end the episode right now.
Oh shit! I know you got everything you needed.
Exactly.
You needed.
Are there certain? Because I know you mentioned multiple times Bijou's home. There's places that you've been playing at. Is there anywhere, even around the country, that you would be like, yo, I'd love to just work there for a night?
Honestly, in Miami, them girls be getting to their bag.
Crazy. I
mean,
Ado's been doing some business in Miami.
Yeah. In 2022, obviously we're gonna start doing some stuff out there. So super excited about that.
Bring me with you.
Yeah,
you heard it here first. You know, we going down in the Magic School bus.
Yes,
we got our own bottle girls, our own DJs,
everything.
Our promoters.
We're doing it different, man. Different down there. Big shout out to Dan. Yes, exactly.
Go fund me for a private jet, please. Thank you.
But yeah, the experience down there is different, man. It's from the bottle service standpoint to everything like pre nightlife kind of production, like everything's buttoned up. Like they don't play around because
you can't.
again, they're thinking because they're open late, right? So like they have to prepare for a long night.
Yeah, I remember I went to a spot just on on the strip, like nothing crazy. I was just chilling, and it was one of those things where I was like, oh, like we can finally be out till like 4 or whatever. I was like, I gotta stay out as late as possible. 1:45 hits and my body's just like shutting down. It's because I'm so used to like winding down and like being like, okay, now I'm walking to my car or whatever the fuck. I like couldn't do it. It was like so weird. Like my body just knew to shut down.
It's tough. I the first time we went down to Miami, I didn't know what to really expect because I was like, yo, it's first time going down. You literally sometimes wake up or leave the club when it's kind of getting early, and you're like, bro, what's going on here?
That was me in Vegas.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
God.
So
Vegas is crazy.
Vegas, I walked out of the club black the fuck out. I was so fucked up, and it was like 7 a.m.
That's
like full sunlight, and I was just like vampire.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's nuts.
I think throughout the day I used to get like drunk from Fat Tuesdays.
Yo, Fat Tuesdays is fire. I have like 3 Fat Tuesday bottles at my crib. I love Fat Tuesdays.
So I'm missing out. What is
going
on
Fat Tuesdays? It's like liquor slushies.
Yeah, liquor slushies.
Like it's
they have like mimosa ones. Yeah. Like it's crazy.
Where do they sell these at?
They're in like Vegas, Miami, all over Miami. Like in those big.
I think they have a Fat Tuesdays on the strip. They have
they do. Yeah, and then there's multiple, like on the Vegas strip, there's multiple, like, and it's like a whole, they don't need much space. It's just slushy machines.
Oh, wow.
And it'll be like the 151 strawberry,
yeah, they'll be like, what do you want to mix it with? And I'm like, let me get everything.
Yeah. and like, they get like funky, like bottles and stuff. You can get like the big tall one, or you can get like and you know, it's like the souvenir, you know what I'm saying? And so you get a souvenir out of it. And, you know, I remember the first night I landed in Vegas, we landed at like 9 or 10. So like we were like, oh, like to get there to change, like, and not have a, you know, good dinner and pre-game. Like we're like, let's just chill, walk the strip, and just like, you know, take pictures and just like see like the touristy stuff that night, and then we'll go do our thing. And so it's still like,
no, you gotta get drunk when you get to Vegas.
No, so listen. So we're walking it's still like 100 degrees.
Yeah.
You know, at night. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, God, I'm fucking fat and shit. I'm like, I'm sweating and thirsty. So I was like, oh, I really want to drink, but I don't really know what the vibe is. Like, cause the thing is, have you been to Vegas?
Yeah.
So in Vegas, like you can drink at Taco Bell.
You can
drink at Toys R Us. Like everything has a bar. Yeah. There is no shortage of alcohol. Yeah, everywhere you turn. And so I look over and I see Fat Tuesday. I'm like, oh shit, perfect. And so I got like a Bacardi 151 like punch slush thing. And I was just drinking it like as I was walking, and I like get fucked up, like
because of the heat, like
the heat, and I'm just walking, and then like the next thing I know, I'm like, yo, I'm nice, and then me, like we stop at a Taco Bell.
He went from DJ Snacks to DJ Drunky real quick,
and we stop at Taco Bell, and they sell margaritas at Taco Bell, so I was like, give me a margarita with my Taco Bell, and then that was like my first night in Vegas. It was great.
That's the same thing I felt in Miami. I was the first place I ever saw legitimately. Where I saw. I think Gene's just waiting. Yeah, where Gene, in Miami,
Bring up Gene?
Yeah,
Gene's not even in here.
I'm tripping now. He got me messed up. But yeah, in Miami, legitimately, like first time I ever saw where you could just walk around and just drink, no problem. It's just like, what is going on here?
Yeah, man.
Never seen.
I've been getting on my like hood ignorant shit here, like in the summer, where like I'll be just like walking down like with a drink and like, but I gotta be all cautious and shit, and it's stupid. I mean, that's the cool thing about ciders is because it looks like soda.
Yeah.
So I can just like.
I love the Corona refreshers.
The refreshers. Good? No, the refreshers. Those are fire. Or are you talking about the seltzers?
The refreshers.
Those are gas.
The refrescas.
Refreshers. Whatever.
The refrescas are legitimately awful. Wait, what is going on here? Oh, okay. All right.
Ado will be back.
All right, I'll be back, ladies and gentlemen.
The refrescos are bomb.
Bring me some hot Cheetos if you find some. No, seriously, I'm sure they have some in here.
The cravings.
They have some snacks.
Do you get cravings like that while you're working? Do you eat before you work, or are you like, because the outfits you wear?
I try not to because
the outfits.
I'll get bloated.
Yeah, Dan, you don't gotta wear no.
You want to wear?
Sexy
I should have brought in a
bottle
girl outfit, and you could have worn it. You could have seen how it felt. You know?
Shout out Dan in the building on the visuals.
Yeah, on the visuals. Hopefully, I don't look fat right now. But
Is that a thing though, where you're like, oh, like I'm gonna go through the night and not eat because of the certain outfits that you have to wear?
I'm like, damn, if I eat this pastelito right now, I'm gonna be bloated. So let me not eat it. So I try not to eat before I.
Have you ever been uncomfortable in any of the outfits? Been like, yo, this is
No, because I've been because I can do whatever like style I want in these like outfits before, so it doesn't have to necessarily be like my ass showing all the time or nothing like that. I can pick the style.
Cause I'm not gonna lie, there's been a few times I walked into a club and I'm like, whoa. I'm like this is a lot. and obviously there's different levels, and I'm not a woman and everything like that. And obviously if you were there, you'd be comfortable, kind of expectations or whatever. But there have been times where I'm like, God damn, like this is a lot.
Like this is crazy. Yeah. What did I step into? Am I at a strip club or?
and I've developed friendships, and I see some certain people more often than others, and I'll just be like, hi. Like, put my head down. I'm like, hey, good to see you.
He's
Hope
like,
have a great night.
I'm a little scared to look at you right now because there's a lot going on.
And I know that's kind of part of the game where you do get looked at. I'm sure guys touch you and stuff.
It could happen, but I'm such a bitch that I'll be like, a guy tries to touch me, automatically security.
No, yeah, I mean you gotta protect yourself.
Take him out.
No, absolutely, and I think that's completely fair. But with all that being said, I try not to just be a weirdo. We're all here to work and everything like that. And so I'll walk in sometimes and I'm like, hi, good to see you.
Yeah, no, I luckily I get to pick my styles other than Boston clubs, and you have a specific uniform that you wear. So I think you've always seen at Bijou, the girls are always wearing the same uniform.
Yeah.
Or there'll be nights where it's a specific type of night, Halloween, we can,
or Valentine's Day or something like that.
Wear red and stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
So when you say you can do your specific style, maybe I'm just not paying attention like that, but it seems like everyone is pretty uniform. They're all wearing the same thing.
Same color, but different styles. Not every girl needs to necessarily wear the same style all the time, unless they're like, oh, we need all the girls to wear the same exact style, same color, whatever. But I've always done my own. Just it has to be the same color.
And so, for some people or some women that might want to get into the bottle service game, what are some tips? You mentioned a pretty good tip earlier, or some things they should be wary of, consider as they get into the game? Because as we talked about earlier, there's a lot of hiring flyers going around.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of hiring going on right now in Boston.
I think especially in the first few weeks where it's going to be a lot of girls who've never done it before.
Yeah.
What should they expect? What are some pro tips from you?
I mean, expect to, have, if you're going to get into the bottle service industry, you need to have not a personality. Wow, I sound like a bitch saying that. You need to be a people's person for that. You need to deal with the fact that some nights you're going to have, bitchy clients. Some nights you're going to have the most amazing clients. You just need to have a lot of patience when it comes into working in this nightlife. And just, stick to yourself and, don't get lost in the nightlife. Because I know a lot of girls who've gotten lost in it where they go into it and they just want to be partying every night. And it's super unhealthy. So
yeah, I mean that's almost any aspect in nightlife. DJs, it's so easy to be industry nights, going so you're working all weekend, then going to the industry where you're just constantly partying all week,
just
constantly drinking.
Rest, because I know when I first started to I wasn't used to the fact that I was falling asleep. I was getting home from work at 4 a.m, sometimes 5 a.m, and it's I needed to get enough sleep the next day. It can be a Friday, then I work Saturday too, so it's I need to sleep because you eventually crash. It's a lot.
What in your most maxed out week? How many days? How many nights were you working?
Honestly, throughout quarantine, I've worked so much. There's been times where I've worked Tuesday through Sunday.
Wow.
It's crazy. And then, now that everything's opening back up, I'm going to kind of lower on that. Work just Thursday through Sunday for now. But it gets tiring. Yeah. Really tiring. Being in the club scene I don't know how you do it either. It's I'm sure you can agree.
Yeah. I mean, there's times where I'm fuck, as DJs, we want to book so far in advance to make sure our pockets are good and that we're stable and everything. But there are times where I'm fuck,
I wish I could take next week off, but I booked it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
that's
there's
my
been
money.
times. That's why I took a couple vacations last month.
Mhm.
I was like, I need a little break. He still hasn't brought me hot Cheetos, by the way. I don't know what he's drinking.
Yeah, and I also have like a day job too.
Yeah.
So like if I do like a Tuesday and then a Thursday, like I'm fucked like all weekend.
Yeah.
And then if I have like a Sunday, I still can't recover. Like it's just like I'm like a week behind.
Yeah.
And I've had some really rough weeks, but you know it is fun and like I love it. Like obviously I love DJing and it's fun. It's my passion, everything like that. So
where do you see yourself? Like, what's a venue that you're like dying to play that you can be like, damn, okay, like I'm doing
in
good.
the world, the country.
Yeah, anywhere.
I always wanted to play in Wynwood in Miami.
Wynwood in Miami.
Like, well, so that's the area. Like, I mean, there was Wood Tavern in Wynwood, which actually just closed as a COVID casualty, so that will never happen. That's somewhere I really would love to play. Damn, I'm trying to think. There's definitely like Encore Beach Club would be sick.
Oh,
in Vegas.
They're crazy there.
Like that would be sick. Yeah, I mean anywhere in Vegas, like there's Hakkasan, there's you know, all the clubs are just like unreal. Those are ones that come to mind. Just because it would be so sick. And it's one of the like it's kind of those spots. Not that you could play anything and it'll work, but it's like the atmosphere is already there.
Yeah.
That like it's just gonna amplify everything. Like if you do well, it's gonna be like fucking insane. So
now, if you were to ever be contacted by like a celebrity to be their DJ throughout tours and stuff, like who would you be like, okay, like damn, like I'm so down for this.
That's actually like one of my biggest goals.
Really?
Like you know, people always ask me, you know, what would it take for you to like quit your day job?
Yeah.
And I think now more than ever, it's like so unlikely because something like COVID happened where like everyone got asked out, but I was okay because I was still working.
Yeah.
One of those things would be like if a legitimate artist asked me to be their DJ, who would I ideally be? Oof. I mean, someone that I'm just like a big fan of, I guess.
Who are you a big fan of?
I mean, obviously I love Drake. Drake would be sick.
Imagine.
Yeah, that would be like.
I mean, you technically wouldn't really be on stage because his stage setups are
No, yeah, but that's
fire.
but that's the cool thing about it. Like we had a Lil Uzi Vert's DJ on the podcast before, and I know some other DJs who DJ for artists and stuff like that, and that's kind of like the beauty of it because like you experience tour life, and you know you do have a notoriety or some kind of fame, but you can still walk down the street and no one recognizes you. So you kind of live like the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to like hide and paparazzi whatever, which like that's to me like the right level of fame. You know what I mean? I don't want to have to like duck and do all this. I just want to be able to live my life. But you know, being able to be play on a big stage like you know Uzi's DJ was talking about like playing at Coachella and you know doing Rolling Loud. You know what I mean? And it's like okay, like that's fucking awesome. So you know, specific artists. I mean, I can't. Like I gotta think of like younger artists that like don't really have that might not have DJs yet. I guess I don't know.
Well, it doesn't even matter. Like if it was you know, like you said, Drake. You're a big fan of Drake.
Yeah, big Drake guy. Obviously would be like to be like Travis's DJ would be sick.
Oh yeah,
Chase B's his
Chase
DJ.
B, yeah.
I opened for him. He's a really nice guy. Like I don't know.
Like imagine being like Bad Bunnies. Like that's crazy.
His DJ is like really young.
Really?
He's younger than me. Yeah.
This is DJ.
I forget his name, but the other month, like Bad Bunny was like, because it was like the homie's birthday.
Yeah.
So Bad Bunny was posting, oh, like my DJ's birthday, whatever. And it's like I was going through his gram, and I'm like, bro, he was like 23 or something.
That's crazy.
And the thing is, with a lot of artists and their DJs, it's usually just like their boy.
Yeah.
That like came up with them type shit, and now they're just like taking them for a ride. Like I remember, I saw Gunna live. I've seen him multiple times, and like his DJ was like some 18-year-old kid. And like wasn't good, but he was like hype as fuck, like on the microphone, and I was just like, oh, like.
So he was more microphone wise rather than he was DJing.
Yeah, I mean, with like concert DJing, there's not so much mixing unless you make it that way. Like I know I saw Tory Lanez live as well, and his DJ did like an opening set, like to get the crowd ready. Yeah. So you know, it depends on kind of just like the style, and kind of how they want to present it. Like if you want to use the DJ just like the person who plays the music or someone that like accentuates the show, then it matters.
Yeah.
But that's like shit I would love to do. Yeah, I've seen every time I see a show.
So that's like one of your goals is to become a DJ first. So like
yeah, like that's something I would like love to do. Like travel the world and be able to just DJ, but like not have to like actually like be famous.
No, I mean, but there's a lot of DJs that get a lot of hype. Like like DJ Esco. Like he's what Futures DJ.
Yeah, Futures
correct?
DJ.
Like people know him. Like they'll be like, oh, we're having DJ Esco come out tonight, and it's like, oh shit, like.
Yep. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, there's definitely
so
levels to
don't
it.
think that you're not gonna have fame if you become a DJ for a specific artist. Cause
that's definitely something that would be amazing. I mean, there's like Chubby Chub out of Boston, who's 50 Cent's DJ. Papa Don, who's Bia's DJ.
Yeah.
You know, so there's definitely DJs that have come out of Boston and have done it. But obviously it's rare. Like Boston is just like that weird market.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned that you were never starstruck.
No. Never been starstruck by anybody.
Who are some celebrities that you have personally like you were serving them?
I had Ty Dolla $ign. I've had I can't even think of. I'm trying to think. I've had a few of them. Not even just working in Boston, at other places too.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I'm trying to think because there's been so many people that have walked into the clubs. Can't think of it back in my head.
If you're drawing a blank, it's all good.
No, I can't. I'm like, my mind's
that
blanking.
many. Because I can probably.
There's a lot. Sometimes I don't really even like taking care of them. Like I said, they're too much. They try to act too bougie. I'm just like, ugh. I think I've had more like athletes, if anything.
Yeah.
I think I've had a lot of athletes rather than artists mostly.
Yeah. No, that's not. I played for more teams. Than
I'm sure you know.
Yeah,
like I think there was a one day where I think you were DJing and it was packed in Gold Room, and I think it was after
Jason Tatum's birthday.
Was it?
Yeah. It was one of the last weeks before COVID started.
Yeah.
It was like 2 weeks before.
It was packed in there.
Yeah, it was insane.
Everyone was in there.
Yeah. It was like the whole team.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was Jason Tatum's birthday. And obviously you were there working. I was there working. I think that was Ado's night too. So I think we were all there together.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
I can't wait till everything opens back up.
Yeah.
We're gonna see everybody outside. We're just gonna be seeing so many people that they'll be like, oh my God, long time no see. It's like, you had my number. You could have, called me.
Yeah.
Could have called me and checked up.
But it is for like the first few weeks gonna be like that. Oh my God.
Yeah. I haven't seen you in so long. Like, oh my God. Like, there's so many. Everything has changed. Like, there's people who are like pregnant now that I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, quarantine changed people.
A lot of bottle girl moms.
A lot of bottle girl moms out there. Like, you know what? Because there's a lot of people who are retiring from this. So I don't blame them.
Retiring from the game. Now there's gonna be a new wave.
I think like bottle servicing, like it's so in right now because it's like it's being talked about so much that like I've seen so many videos online, like TikToks and stuff. And this is a sign for you to become a bottle girl, and they'll be like, and they'll be showing stuff, and they'll be like, this is how much money I make and stuff.
Yeah. I've definitely seen those as well. You've never seen those of DJs. But that's so true. I think that we're talking about stigmas earlier. I think the stigmas are shifting because it's becoming normalized, and I think just in general, not putting them in the same place, but like sex work is becoming normalized. So I think that has something to do with it as well. Like what's being more accepted, just in society. I think
I've seen a lot of girls become strippers now and doing their thing. I'm like, oh.
But I'm seeing more like support on people. Like, don't bash anyone for sex workers or strippers or anything like that. So I think with all that, I think there is a correlation with now it's. You're talking about when you first become a bottle girl, people are like, oh, you're going to be a bottle girl.
Yeah.
And I think that's becoming more normalized.
Yeah, now it's becoming more normalized. Now people are like, oh, like there's been so many girls that have hit me up and they're like, I want to start, like, where should I go apply and stuff like that? Because a lot of places don't really take girls quickly, but I think now everywhere is going to be
everywhere is like they need staffing.
They need staffing because they already know this summer is going to be insane. Like, I'm... gotta get prepared.
What is that application staffing process like?
And then just everything that a normal job would ask you for, like a W2 form and stuff like that.
But what questions are they asking you, if any?
Oh, and the questions, they'll be like, oh, what are, they'll ask your name, obviously everything. Like, have you worked in this industry before? Do you have customer service, like experience, stuff like that? I don't even remember how my application went, but it's been a little while now, so I don't know. Can be all be different now.
Yeah, just like what they're looking for.
Do like clubs ask you for an application?
No, they know what time it is when I walk.
They know what time. Sorry, they know what time it is when Snacks walks in.
No, but in the beginning it was a struggle, where especially like when you're the no name, like security, like I remember it was so funny because there were so many places at one point where they're like, you don't look like a DJ. Like what? Like I don't believe you that you're supposed to be playing here. And I'm like, what does that even mean?
And you're like, but I am.
But it's like, what is a DJ supposed to look like? You know what I mean? It was so weird. It was so stupid. So many security dudes. I'm like, yo.
You've ran into a bunch of securities being like, no, you don't.
Yeah. Like I'd be like, I remember one time, I'd walk in and be like, yo, like, can I get in? Like, I'm just trying to walk in. Oh, yo, we're not open yet. And I go, yeah, I hope we're not, because I'm DJing. So I hope we're not fucking open. Can you let me in, please? Like, you're the DJ? Yeah. That's why I'm here at 9:30.
Smart ass. Like,
and let me check your bag. Yeah, okay, here you go.
Yeah, okay, just a laptop and
That's I'm like, check whatever you want. I've I get shit for, I've gotten shit for like trying to bring in water.
Yeah.
Like dumb shit like that. I don't know. Do you guys get like, probably not. Do you guys ever get like security bugging you about dumb shit?
No. Of course. No, never. Because they're going to be like, why is this girl here so early in sweatpants and her uniform and everything? They already know what time it is. So they're like, whatever. So
Yeah.
So now I have a question. So how hard is it to be a DJ? Like, what do you need to first learn, like, to become a DJ?
It's an interesting
Because
question.
I'm not going to lie to you. There's been times where I've been like, damn, if I was to become a DJ, like, I think, like, I'd be able to do it.
Yeah, I think that something that isn't talked about enough. You know, people talk about hardware, software. You know, how much practice, time you put into it. But I think something that isn't talked about enough is like there is just a mental X factor that I don't know what it's called. That like just the understanding of crowds, the understanding of music, the understanding of putting pieces together. Like, because it is a science.
Yeah.
You know, how to read a room, how to play for a certain crowd versus the other. I don't know what that is called, but it is a mental X factor that you either have it or you don't. Because there are some of the most technically sound and experienced DJs, and I'm watching them and I'm like, how are you doing this so wrong?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's the number one thing. And then obviously, the technical skill, putting in practice, being able to beat match, understanding, again, how music work, measures, bars, having that understanding is very important, very like basic. And then from there, then it turns into like marketing, then it turns into likability, then it turns into crowd control, emceeing.
Yeah.
There is a lot of like levels and like things that you do need to be successful. Some things can trump others. Like if you're super marketable, if you're super likable, everyone likes you, you could probably get away with not being the most technical person, and vice versa. So, I think especially like in the female world, like female DJs, like, there's all this like beef with them because a lot of people think that they're getting as far as they are just because they're good looking or whatever the case. But there's some badass DJs, female DJs that are like nasty, So it's a weird thing. And there's especially in Boston, like there's so few female DJs. That's
what I'm saying. It's like, if I was to become a DJ, I think it would be good. Maybe a little competition with you, but
Would you put in the time though?
I think so. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, there's been times where I've sat at home and I've been like, yo, why don't I just try something for a little hobby just for now? Just be like, let me try to be a DJ.
That's what started for me.
Let me just try it out.
You can start DJing and I'll take your place as a bottle girl.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you all my uniforms.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to see you in them.
I'm going to go crazy.
You're a witness, and you're a witness that he needs to wear a bottle girl uniform. He's going to go crazy. Yeah?
I'm gonna look incredible.
Not all of them are covering ass. I'm just letting you know that. Your ass cheeks are going to be real out.
That's what I'm looking for.
You want your ass cheeks out?
Listen,
I really hope you have a tan. It's not white.
Right now, I'm not gonna answer that. Summer is just starting, but we'll get there.
We'll get there.
But yeah, I mean, if you know plenty of DJs and stuff, I'm sure you'd be able to get some pointers, or at least some workshops going down, some sessions to be able to get started.
I'm friends with a lot of DJs.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing too. Like I said, I meet a lot of people in this industry. So I've met a lot of DJs.
I say give it a try. I mean, I think we definitely need more female DJs. I don't think we need more DJs. We definitely need more female DJs.
I haven't seen any female DJs.
There's some dope ones. But that's the thing, like in like DJing in Boston like has different kind of like pockets. Like there's like downtown scene. There's like the Cambridge bar scene. There's college bars and stuff like that. So as far as downtown club scene, there's not many female DJs at all.
I think I've seen the most female DJs I've ever seen are mostly like house music DJs. Like those are really the only ones I would ever really see. I haven't really seen.
Yeah. No, that's a good point.
I think who's J.I.'s DJ? Steph Cakes. What's her name?
Oh, Steph Cakes. Yeah. She's big in New York.
That's the only girl DJ that I've heard of. I've never really seen her, but I've heard of her. So
yeah, she's very poppin'. Here there's Guru Sanal, there's Slick Vic. Those are two like.
But Steph Cakes is from Boston, isn't she?
Is she? I thought she was from New York.
So. I think she's from. I thought. Hold on, let me look, because I think I've seen her on. I think she is from Boston. I think it's like Steffi.
I know she's Dominican. I know that.
DJ Steph Cakes.
But I always thought she was from.
It doesn't say where. Yeah, no, it doesn't say where she's from. I thought, I don't know. I thought she was from Boston, and she's just out in New York now. But she's dope. I've heard she's dope.
Yeah, I mean, I think the game definitely needs more female DJs, but it's just like it comes with so much more. I don't know if hate is the word. I don't know if difficulty is the word, but it just comes with so much more that I think it deters a lot of women from trying to get into the game.
Yeah.
But I think it becomes that passion. Like if you stick through it and make it through and show that, like I think you have to show more talent to be able to make up for the fact that like you might be booked because you're good looking, or you might be booked because like you slept with the promoter. Like, you know what I mean? Like it gets super fishy and it's very difficult. And I think that's why there's so few female DJs, at least in Boston.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see. Maybe that'll be my little hobby I'll be working on. We'll see.
You should have done it during COVID.
I know, but
then you would have came out.
I slept all through COVID. I slept and ate all through COVID.
So we'll expect you on the decks in a year.
Yeah, we'll see. You never know. You heard it here first.
Yeah, seriously. What would be your DJ name?
I don't know.
You thought about this. Stop it. You've thought about it.
No, I've actually never thought about it. What would you give me for a DJ name? Exactly.
I'm the last person.
I can't think of it. Like Lara. Like what do you do with the name Lara? Like can you think of a quick DJ name?
I mean, it doesn't have to. Like my name has nothing to do with my real name.
I know Snacks. What's your real name?
Jeremy.
Where the fuck did you get Snacks from? Did a girl tell you one day like you're a snack? Is that what happened? Like
that's not the exact story, but I will run with that.
Can I know the story? Or is it?
No, it's not that big. It's like not a complicated. Like I didn't have a name in college. I was DJing, and I also didn't drink at this time. And I was DJing like.
You drink now?
Oh yeah.
I hope you do.
We'll see. I Bijou in a few months or a few weeks probably.
Take your first shot, baby.
Let's do it. But you drink tequila, right?
Tequila. Why? What do you drink? Vodka? Don't tell me that. No. What do you drink?
I like whiskey, cognac, dark stuff.
Ugh.
Yeah, no.
He likes the Hennessy.
Yeah, the Hennessy, big Hennessy guy.
Disgusting. You like Hennessy too?
Yeah. Yo, Phil, listen, here at But I Know the DJ podcast.
Can I say something?
Big Hennessy.
I know why you like Hennessy. Because you're Asian.
Shout out, Phil.
But is that guys,
Hennessy's an Asian thing?
Yeah, they love Hennessy. But here's the thing is,
where the fuck have I been?
I've met so many Asian, like they just love it. They love it and they
Phil,
drink it like it's water.
We got a party.
What do you like drinking?
Jack, yeah. Jack is super good. Yeah, I've been especially over COVID. Like early COVID, I was like crazy on Crown Royal, like a fucking ghetto kid, and then into Jameson.
Depending on my mood, tequila.
I can't.
Tequila. What kind of tequila though? Don Julio. Okay. Well, what do you drink Jack with? Coke?
Yeah, keep it simple. I'm a big ginger ale guy.
Really?
I'll mix
So
any of that shit with ginger ale.
Ew, so you drink Hennessy with ginger ale?
Yes.
The only way you'll
And-
see
and
me
2 limes.
drinking Hennessy is with cranberry or Red Bull. So,
Cranberry is good, but like after a while, it'll start fucking you up.
yeah.
Ginger ale, you know, you drink ginger ale when you're sick. You know what I mean?
I love ginger ale. I drink a ginger ale when I'm hungover.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
do it while you're drinking. Hennessy's your number 1. Number 2. We're almost done. What's up, George?
George wants to make a special appearance,
Yo,
everybody.
George, what's your go-to drink?
Don't say.
I gotta go with Class A, bro.
Yes, thank
So
you,
tequila,
tequila
so
guy.
tequila.
1942 Class A. With what?
Lime and a little bit of soda.
Okay, I can't do the soda thing, but
You need to drench it.
I need it. No, come on now. We're not pussies here. I like to drink my tequila with either pineapple juice or Red Bull
That's drenching.
and lime. It's not drenching.
My pineapple is so sweet.
Light on the juice.
Yo,
Straight or a little bit of
Light on the
you're
juice.
like, oh, it needs to be 1942. Needs to be,
First of all-
but then let's ruin it with pineapple juice.
No. Actually, you know what I like drinking that like became such a thing during quarantine? Casamigos. Casamigos it's so smooth.
I like the reposado.
Yeah,
The brown one.
So remember how I was just telling you before this? I was super fucked up on Sunday. That's what I was
The
drinking.
reposado.
But I did 10 shots back to back. That's the problem. And a whole thing of passion fruit margarita.
Hold on. In what time frame?
It was between, let's see, I was out having Sunday dinner with my family at a Mexican restaurant. And my brother forced it. He said, keep bringing me shots. It was literally every 5 minutes. I was fine until I got up and went to the car.
Yeah, it's when you get up.
I got up and went
and
to
you're
the
little.
car.
How tall are you? Like 5?
4'10" and a half.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're little. I'm a foot taller than you.
Really?
I'm probably literally twice your size.
How tall are you?
5'10", 250 pounds.
Why did you give me the pounds?
Because I'm saying I'm probably at least twice the size of you.
I'm 4'10" and a half, but my license says 4'11"
There
to
you
make
go.
me feel better.
There you go.
Like-
10 shots back to back.
10 shots back to back, and then a passion fruit margarita with it before I took the shots. Yeah, I never throw up ever in my life. But the only liquor that ever made me puke my brains out was Patron. Patron's such
Patron's
cheap liquor.
gross. Patron's gross.
It's super cheap.
What kind of drunk are you?
What kind of drunk am I? I'm a chill drunk, actually. Somebody told me, one of my friends just told me, if you bring me hot Cheetos, I will love you.
Yeah, she's been asking everybody, but we don't have we have
What do you
snacks
mean?
back there, but
What's that?
this isn't a bodega. Like we don't have. So there's a kitchen in the studio.
The bodega. And I gave my shooter.
We
Look,
definitely-
are you gonna go look for some? They definitely have some in here.
No, they don't. This isn't.
No, seriously.
This is not.
What do you
This isn't the
mean?
North Shore.
They
Law.
usually when you go to checkout, they'll have like snacks. Are
No,
you
this
kidding
isn't
me?
a grocery store. This is a studio. We don't have hot Cheetos.
I want hot
We have like
Cheetos.
goldfish and fucking.
That's fine.
And like granola bars and shit.
Goldfish is fine.
Look, we have seltzer water. We don't have fucking hot Cheetos.
Next time I get asked to be on this podcast, I'm requesting hot Cheetos.
A
or
rider. So you can have a
Takis.
rider. Okay.
Yes.
There was someone else. We had this guy Blackie on. He requested Tito's to be here, and then
I should have requested a bottle of tequila.
you mentioned right before we recorded that we should have made a drinking game out of this.
Yeah.
What
So
would have the game? What's the game gonna be? Because we've drank on the podcast before, but it requires planning.
it can be like never have I ever type
Oh,
thing.
God.
And if you
Don't want to answer
if
it.
you don't want to answer it, take a shot. Or like see who cringes when they take a shot. I'm like trying to make
Are you one of those girls that like will take a shot of Don Julio and like not make a face?
Yeah. You want to know why? It's because I learned how to take shots correctly. You're supposed to inhale, take the shot, and breathe out once you take it. Use it next time. Yeah, you know what I'm talking
There's a
about.
lot of gems. There's a lot of gems.
Right?
You know what we should do?
What?
After a few weeks of, outside and we all
Yeah.
get situated and stuff, we should get you, maybe 2 more bottle girls.
Yeah, I got you. I'll
And then
I'll
like
pick
and like
them up.
really and just have like a crazy
I got you.
episode.
Have a crazy episode, crazy stories.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we just let
for sure.
because you've been holding back a little bit Trying to be safe.
Just a
trying to
tiny
be political.
bit. Just because I gotta, I have crazy stories. I just don't, I don't.
But once we get 10 Don Julio shots,
if you give me 10 Don Julio shots in me, I'm gonna spill the tea.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna schedule. We'll talk to Ado and then we'll schedule. I think that'll be a great episode.
Yeah, let me grab the girls.
Yeah, I'll let you. Yeah, I trust you.
Yeah.
You bring who you think will be good on the show, talk and
like have fun and
and
take shots.
Yeah.
And we all have to get drunk, please.
I mean, I can't think of too many things where I wouldn't answer. It's my show. Fuck it.
It's my show. Fuck it. Let me just
And so we'll get that in the books. What should we expect anything from you? Where can people follow you? Where can people reach out to you?
You can follow me at Lara J Suarez _ on Instagram. And I used to have a TikTok. My TikTok got banned. I had this one TikTok.
Yeah, you went viral, right?
Yeah, I went viral, and then they wanted to say that it was inappropriate, so they deleted my whole TikTok. And the video went viral, let me tell you.
How many total views did it have by the time it was banned?
Honestly, I think it was like 5 million. Yeah, I was so mad because I signed up for they have like a creators fund.
I was gonna say, did you get paid for that video?
So I signed up for it, and as soon as I signed up for it, they took my video down. I was gonna get paid for it.
You didn't.
I could have been a creator on it.
You didn't want to make a new
account? I did, but like after that, I was like, shit. If I'm gonna make more videos, they're probably gonna do the same shit, and I'm gonna keep.
But I see crazy ass videos of women all the time.
Exactly, I see the most craziest shit, and like they don't say anything. I'm like, damn.
Did you expect to go that viral?
No, I was like, so it's funny. So I was getting ready for work, and I was like, you know what? Let me make a quick video and like make it a little cute or whatever. And then I was like, okay. Then I posted it, and literally on my way to work, it was like 1 million views, 1 million likes.
The same, like
last
within the
same
night. Few hours?
Yeah, I was on my way to work, and I'm like, yo, like people are really enjoying this shit. I'm like, all I really did was change my whole like uniform. Like I was like,
it was the busted challenge.
I think
For those who were wondering, it was the
busted challenge. It was the busted.
Yeah.
But yeah. So every time I hear in the club, I try to hide. No, I try to hide. I'm like, damn, I could get paid for that shit.
Do you know how much you would have gotten paid from a 5 million view TikTok?
I don't know.
You didn't get that deep?
I think the way that TikTokers get paid is literally by the views. So I think it's like a
5 million is a pretty good start.
Yeah.
Because it's going viral and it's like 500,000 or even 1 million.
If you guys,
5 million is crazy.
Maybe I'll just make another TikTok this summer. Like, just,
all the podcast listeners.
All the podcast listeners, you heard it here first.
If she wants to make... No, if she should make one.
If I should make one, let me know.
Yeah, blow it up.
Blow it up.
Blow it up.
Does this have comment sections?
On Instagram, we will post on Instagram. And we do have this, it will be shown on YouTube.
In the comment sections, you could say, yeah, Lara, start a TikTok again. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know.
And so they can find you and book you.
Book me.
You,
so
right?
Instagram, on Snapchat, I'm at LaraX33. But I take almost all my table reservations through IG. So Lara J Suarez _ I'm not gonna give my number out there like that.
No, definitely don't.
Instagram, you can find me on Instagram. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll have more social media expands. Maybe I'll, I like this podcast thing.
You like
it's
You're
I
gonna
love
come
it.
back. You did great.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna maybe YouTube. Let's see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but especially as with
no snacks.
no hot Cheetos. Shout out Phil for.
I heard there was goldfish.
We have like stupid snacks like that, right? Like granola bars and shit, right? Somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, never mind. I'm just gonna leave here hungry. It's okay.
There is a McDonald's and IHOP right outside.
I can't eat carbs right now.
Fair. We'll leave that to me.
Fair. Ado disappeared, but that's okay.
So now that we're gonna have like tons of new experiences and new stories to tell coming out, we definitely gotta get you back with Team of Bottle Girls and some drinks.
Oh my god, that would be such a crazy podcast.
Let's do it.
Having Bottle Girls, like 2 more,
like multiple,
and then we're all just that'll be great. With a bottle of tequila.
We'll do
tequila.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah,
this was awesome. Appreciate you and the conversation and you making the time. I'll be seeing you soon.
Oh, definitely. We'll be seeing maybe in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
we'll
probably. I think so. Most likely.
I can't wait to just be back.
I know.
It's
gonna
I
be
know
very
you
exciting.
can't
I
wait.
know.
Did you get contacted yet by any of the venues?
Oh yeah. Like
they're like we're opening.
Yeah, we're ready to go. I'm excited. I don't want to say yet.
Yeah.
But, there's some places still figuring it out and whatnot. But
I know. Yeah.
And I've been playing here and there at other spots. But yeah, I'm super ready.
Yeah, I think we're all ready.
So thank you again, everybody. Follow Laura. Follow at Dope Entertainment Official on Instagram. Follow But I Know the DJ on Instagram. Follow me at Give Me Snacks on Instagram. And we'll see you next time.
And follow Lara.
You.